All right. First of all, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and wait for those of you to log on. Again, good morning. Good morning. I'm going to wait for you all to log on. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope that you all enjoyed your rest from last night with the beautiful storm. I love storms. Like, well, not to be in them, but it's just so beautiful. Sometimes it's really refreshing. But hey, Bryce. Hi. Okay, but again, I'm just going to go ahead and just give it another, minute and a half to allow people to log on. Okay, but yes, I hope that everyone's having a beautiful morning. Okay, again, while those people are trying to log on, please ensure that you have uh, Google Classroom open. That way you can refer to the documents that I'm going to discuss. Okay. So again, we're just going to give it one more minute. Again, if you have any questions or comments that you would like to make or suggestions or whatnot, feel free to put it within the live chat. If not, we'll talk during my office hours. Okay. 45 seconds before I'll start the overview. Excuse me. Hope y'all are having a beautiful day. All right, a little less than 30 seconds and we will begin. Okay, good morning. So, first of all, I would like to thank all of you for your participation within last week's creation of poems and so forth. You all did a tremendous job. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do an overview of the directions so you can get understanding of what we will be doing this week. Okay, so our objective is that students will draft, peer review, finalize, and discuss their own original poem in Cafe Zoom, except the only modification that I'm going to make, we're not going to use Zoom to perform. We're going to actually use Flipgrid, and I'll explain to you how we'll do that. Okay. All right. So if you can please go to Google Classroom, okay, and click on the peer writing buddy assignment. Okay, let's go over that. Okay, so the peer writing buddy assignment states, please follow instructions on the Google Doc attached. The checklist that needs to be attached is the PDF fill-in file, not the URL link one. The URL link one is to help you with evaluating punctuation and grammar. Your partner is the person whose name is adjacent to yours on the spreadsheet attached. Okay, so go ahead and I would like for you to first click on the spreadsheet. It says Peer Writing Buddy, all grades. Click on the spreadsheet. Okay, and I want for you to, once you have that uploaded, okay, wait for mine to upload as well. Okay, there you go. Look at the bottom where it says 9th grade. Okay, make sure that you click on that. Okay, you should be on here. I'm going to take my time. Let me know if I'm going too fast at any time. Okay, I'll be going back and forth on my computer. Okay, again, everyone should be on the peer writing buddy sheet. And you should look at the bottom and find the 9th grade tab. You should not be on the 11th grade tab, okay? Okay, so as you can note, what I did was, being that I have combined both of my 9th grade classes, the HIM and the hospitality strand, I decided to intermix you all with people outside of your strand. Now, it became a little difficult towards the end. We ran out of people in hospitality because there are more people in HIM. Okay, no shade, and it's okay. So if you're in HIM and you still have someone in HIM, I'm sorry. Okay, I did my best. Okay, so that's your partner. Your partner is the person directly across from me. Okay, not across from you, I'm sorry, I guess if I'm still in school, with whose name is directly across from your name. All right, so now let's go back to the actual assignment online. And if you can click on the Google Doc titled Peer Writing Buddy Assignment. Okay. Wait for that to load. All right. So the peer writing buddy assignment, I have the directions here on the page, and I'm going to go ahead and explain and demonstrate what you're supposed to do. So please follow along, and we'll do it together. Again, if you have any questions, please put it within the live chat, and I will do my best to address them as I'm going through it. Okay, so it states, number one, open the Peer Buddy spreadsheet and click on your grade tab to discover who your peer writing buddy is. We've already done that. Okay. So number two, open the Parlay Roundtable assignment from last week. So I went ahead and I attached the same link from last week. You should be able to click on the Parlay assignment, and it should be live. It should no longer be closed. Okay. So everyone should be on the Parlay assignment. Give you some time to get there. Again, if I'm going too fast, please let me know so I can slow down and be at your pace. All right. You are on the actual Parlay Roundtable slide with your wonderful poetry. Okay, so what I need for you to do in correlation to the instructions, if you go back, I need for you to ensure that you first reply back to your comments received. Everyone should have received comments, whether it was from your peers or myself. And the way that you can reply is to actually, answer or type a reply, of course, or you can tap the two hands, which means like it's amazing or whatnot. Okay, to acknowledge the person who has given you that response. Okay. Next. Okay. Find your peer buddy's poem. So what I'm going to do is, for example, I'm going to pretend as if I am Ruth Agode, okay? Ruth A, and my partner is Isaiah B. So I'm going to pretend as if I'm Ruth A. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go on Parlay as Ruth A. Okay, and I'm going to look for Isaiah B's poem. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You should see a list of your peers' names on the left. If you do not see a list of your peers' names on the left, I know you all, if you're on a MacBook, hit Command F, and you should be able to type in your partner's name to find their response. Okay, being that I know you all have PCs, you can hit Control F, and you should be able to type in the person's name to find your partner versus scrolling up and down. Those are some tricks, okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and look for Isaiah's poem because, again, I'm pretending to be Ruth A. All right, and I'm going to click on it so it's expanded. So then I'm going to go ahead and go back to the instructions. Okay. It states copy and paste your peer buddy's poem below. So when I'm talking about below, I'm talking about on this Google Doc beneath the instructions. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy and paste Isaiah's poem since I'm Ruth A underneath of the instructions. Okay. Let me slow down for you. Make sure I don't have any questions. Okay. All right. The next step states use and complete the peer editing checklist while editing. So again, that goes back to the disclaimer within the instructions. There are two checklists, but there's only one that's a PDF file for you that you can write on. So you would then click on the actual editing checklist PDF file. That should appear. And then I want for you to note the three dots in the upper right-hand corner beside the printer icon. Click on that, please, and then click on Open in New Window. The checklist should have appeared in a new window. Okay. Then I need for you to go back to the upper right-hand corner again, and you will see the download icon. the download icon is an arrow pointed, an arrow pointed downwards, okay, underneath of a bracket. Okay, that is the download icon. If you could please click on that where it says download, okay, your download should then go towards the bottom or wherever your downloads are kept on your computer. Okay, click on that document. Okay, and then you're going to have to click download again in the upper right hand corner. Okay, but this time a box should appear and it's going to have save as editing checklist, or you can say, maybe you'll say, since I'm Ruth A, Ruth A's editing checklist, or checklist for Isaiah. Okay, but something where you can find it, or you can just keep it the same. And where I usually put the document is on my desktop so I can find it. So I make sure where it says where that it's where my desktop is, and that is a PDF document. So then I click save. And now I'm just going to double check to ensure that I'm not going too fast on here. Okay, I don't see any questions. So now after I click save, I see that the document is on my desktop. I double click on the document. Okay, the document uploads via Adobe Reader. If you do not have Adobe Reader, please ensure that you add that on there, and you're able to actually type on, fill in this PDF checklist as you're editing your peer's paper. Okay, so Ruth is going to ensure that she's going to go through this checklist as she's performing edit marks on Isaiah's poem. So I'm going to go back again. I'm pretending to be Ruth. I'm going to go back to the directions document where I should have copied and pasted my peer's poem. Okay, and continue following instructions. So next it says implement red markings for grammar or punctuation. Basically, what I want for you to do is whatever punctuation or grammar errors that a person may have, I need you to go ahead and make the correction in red, change font in red to whatever you made a change to. That way I can see your actual grammar or punctuation correction. And if you go back to the actual Google Classroom assignment, you'll note the other checklist that I mentioned. Okay, go back. Okay. Is that you can access is via a hyperlink. So I'm going back there. You'll see editing checklist, and it's from edubirdie.com. You'll click on that. Okay. And you'll scroll down and you'll see a checklist. It's not one that you can type on or write on. It'll take you through how to analyze the grammar or the capitalization or spelling or punctuation and so forth. Okay. And it's green. You'll see that. So again, as you're going through this document, ensure that you're completing the PDF fill-in checklist, okay, and using the punctuation checklist at the same time. Even though you cannot write on the punctuation checklist or / grammar checklist, use it as you are editing your partner's poem. Now, keep in mind, poems, they do not have any rules in regards to capitalization or grammar, but if you suggest that they have a punctuation mark somewhere, your partner, or you suggest that they make something to be lowercase or capitalized, that's fine, okay? These are just your suggestions, okay? It's pure feedback. All right, next, annotate your suggestions or feedback via the comment box section. So you'll see a comment box within the actual toolbar with a plus sign, okay? It's the same add comment box that we use when we annotated Lily Love School or Rosa Parks article, okay? It's the same article. You will highlight like a line or a stanza of your partner's poem, and you will give them feedback or suggestions, okay? Your partner doesn't have to take the feedback or suggestions. Your idea is to open your partner's mind and to, whether they need to expand the poem, shorten the poem, change the punctuation, or change how this is stated, like this would be great, and so forth. That's how you're going to implement your feedback, okay? Now, I know also on the checklist, it says comments and suggestions on the actual PDF checklist. You do not have to go back and add comments and suggestions, okay? That will be redundant. All I need for you to do is fill out the form with everything else on it and ensure that you put a check mark beside each, a check mark in each checkbox for what you're going over in each category, okay? But you do not have to write the comments and suggestions over again. Okay, because I should see the comments and suggestions on your document via the comment box. So I'm just going to go ahead and check YouTube Live to ensure I don't have any questions yet. Okay, I don't see that. Okay. All right. Then once you are completely done, you will share your Google Doc with your peer buddy. Okay. If you need his or her email, please email me. Okay. But usually once you type in their email address should pop up. But I have no problem if you don't have it and you need to email me. Okay. So share the Google Doc with your buddy. That's after you've done all your commentary and so forth. That way they can see your feedback. And then ensure that you go back and save the PDF file checklist, okay? And attach it to this assignment, all right? That way I can see that you completed the checklist. And if you want to, you don't have to fill it out via PDF style. You can print it out and write on it and scan it and attach it as well. I just need for it to be legible, okay? And then you have to ensure that you hit the turn in button once completed. Are there any questions upon this right now? Okay. All right. All right, and that's it. So then the next assignment, I want for you to go back to Google Classroom. Okay, go back. You'll see Cafe Fresh. Click on Cafe Fresh. All right. Please note the instructions. Please follow the directions on Flipgrid. Audio and video recordings are both acceptable. Use school emails only for access. So again, we're using Flipgrid. All right, so then you'll click on the Flipgrid link. It will automatically take you to, please ensure that you log in with your PGCPS account. I only accept those to ensure our safety and privacy. So then you'll go ahead and log in with your PGCPS account. Okay, and it will take you to Cafe Fresh, ninth. Okay, you'll see ninth in brackets. So you can ensure that you're on the topic for the ninth grade because I teach sophomores and juniors as well. All right, so you want to ensure that you're there, okay? All right, so you check to ensure, see if you have any comments or questions. All right, not yet, okay. All right, so it states, you have now undergone the entire writing process. So that means you should have finished the assignment prior to entering this one. Welcome to Cafe Fresh, where we will hear your performance of your poem or narrative, okay? And I need to change that. It should be just poem, so ignore that, okay, of your poem. All right? You have been allotted 10 minutes only. You are not expected to use all 10 minutes. You may either perform via one of the following: audio or video options below. All right, so your poem, not a narrative, your one poem, my apologies. All right, so here are your options. One, you can create a song via GarageBand, which is an Apple application, but I found a PC link because on the majority of you all do not have MacBooks, you have Dells, okay? So GarageBand is a cool application where it allows for you to produce a beat and you can sing or rap over it. Then you can upload the song here, all right? Two, perform a spoken word performance. Again, spoken word is like slam poetry. It's without any instrumentals, okay? It's when a person gets up on stage and they improv with their hands and facial expressions, and usually they memorize their poem, okay? So that's how you perform your poem, all right? And then you'll upload the spoken word performance here. All right, next, you can use a TikTok to present your poem, and I'll change the poem to narrative. It's not supposed to be that, okay? And you can merge together multiple TikToks into one via a movie creation application or YouTube. Upload the TikTok creation here. Okay, so you all are more familiar with TikTok. I know it, allocates you a certain amount of time. Okay, but if you're able to do it in one or some creative fashion, that's fine. All right, or you can create a movie that incorporates a storyboard and a voiceover over your poem. Upload here. Okay, so your a storyboard is basically it's you have a bunch of pictures or illustrations or drawings that tell a story. Okay, it's kind of like a comic strip. Okay, that's a storyboard without words. And what you would do is you would ensure that you would have those illustrations or your paintings or whatever form of artwork that you're doing that tells a story. That tells not your story, that illustrates your poem. You would have that on your movie, like as if it was a slideshow, and I would hear your voiceover of the poem as your photos are transitioning, if I'm making sense here. Okay, so you can do that, or you can create a mime performance with a voiceover of your poem. Yeah, of your poem. Okay, again, I have to make that correction. A poem's a narrative. My apologies, but it's only of your poem. Okay, when we're talking about miming, it's an antique art where there are artists who they paint their faces. It's kind of similar to a clown. I'll send out like a video to I'll send out a video to help aid with what I'm talking about. Okay, and basically these artists perform the poems without saying anything. They just use their gestures and facial expressions. So you can do a recording of that while having a voice over your mom presentation. Again, you do not have to paint your face. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. Of course, you can perform it silently without that. Also, I also keep in mind how different forms of cultural appropriation can be interpreted. So I just want for you to be mindful and culturally sensitive in regards to that. Okay, but yes, usually people get it when you have the mime paintings on, but that's not a requirement. Okay. Are there any other questions, comments, or concerns? Again, it's not a poems or a narrative, it's one poem, and I will make that correction. My apologies. Okay, so you have all these other options. You can do an audio or video recording. Additionally, yes, so you don't have to show your face. That's fine. Okay. However, for those that do, uh, they show themselves physically performing their poem in a video. I'm going to add 10% extra credit. And then for those that do do that and they're performing, I'll add another thing. Like if you can memorize your poem, okay, and I see that you're performing by memorizing your poem, whether you're doing spoken word or something like that, I'll add 10% extra credit. So 10% extra credit could go to your assignment. I'll give you a rubric. Okay, let's say you scored a little short. It could go to this assignment, or maybe you earned 100 on this assignment and you did poorly elsewhere, or maybe you just need that extra boost and you did great, but you can do even greater. Then I'll add that 10%. Okay, but that's not a requirement. What I'm trying to do here as a teacher is I'm trying to build your confidence in regards to performing, okay? Because in college and things of that nature, you're gonna have to get up, and even in high school, and perform, okay? And some performance are by yourself. So I'm trying to build up your confidence. So if you're able to do that, kudos. If you're not able to do that, still kudos to you. You will be able to do it before you leave high school. All right, I'll give it just another, let's say 2 minutes. If anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, if not, we can always discuss it via my virtual office hours. All right. Again, I want for you to be creative and so forth, and I will make that correction. Not poems or narratives, it's just your poem. Okay. Oh, here's the question. What if your peer writing buddy does not have their poem uploaded on there? Okay. As in maybe they didn't do it. Shoot me an email and I'll discuss how we'll go from there. Okay. So that no worries. You're not in trouble. Okay. And we'll figure out what to do from there. So no pressure. And you can also go ahead and start building on whatever. So, all right. I do not see any other further questions, comments, or concerns. Again, you can talk to me during virtual office hours, or you can call me after uh, 3 o'clock. Okay, that way, if you need any clarifications. All right, thank you so much and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.